In hazard events such as fire, having an aerial perspective of the event is an excellent way of providing an overall view of the situation. This overall view can be used to better communicate with ground-based crews to provide a perspective that ground-based crews might not be able to see in terms of efficiency and safety. In this case, we have the Doak property owned and managed by Purdue University's Department of Forestry and Natural Resources undergoing a controlled burn. Peter Menet from MenetAero is flying a C-Astral C4Eye and monitoring the situation. As excellent as this aerial perspective is, it doesn't provide any spatial context. Without spatial context, it's very difficult for the aerial operator to communicate with ground crews what they might be seeing in order to more effectively manage the scene. However, in this case, you are just looking at a video, but if I bring into the scene a geospatial video software, in this case a full motion video because the video has bounding coordinates that you can see here, what we have is we have the ability to not only monitor that fire event and ground-based crews, equipment, and personnel with that aerial perspective, we also have the ability to view that with geospatial information. The C4Eye is flying in an orbit pattern over the fire event, and in that orbit pattern is right now zooming in on particular situations in that event. What we have the ability to do with this is we have the ability to look at this with a spatial perspective and be able to potentially digitize in points, lines, or even measure distance to communicate that with the ground-based crew. But we also have the ability, in the case of what Peter Menet was doing during the event, is to fly that event and actually live stream the event right in the live stream viewer. Right now this is a archive situation, but what I could do in this situation is I could digitize in potentially to make a map of what that event actually burned. I can annotate where particular areas of interest are in terms of where there was hot spots in the event. What essentially I'm able to do with full motion video is I'm able to take what we had and add spatial information into it. This is an incredible way to not only monitor a fire event during the event itself, but also in this post-event analysis to really be able to generate some spatial data that relates to the actual fire event itself. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it gives you some perspective in terms of how UAS can take more than just pictures to create a static map. UAS, with their ability to deploy in tight situations and their ability to deploy rapidly, means that in something like this controlled burn event, not only can we map before and after the event, but we can also produce maps from during the event and also provide some crucial and key information to these ground-based crews as they engage in this controlled burn.